This is the Oklahoma Ford Sports Blitz.
With TU playing on Thursday and Oklahoma State on a much-needed bye week, all eyes on the Sooners. Under the lights tonight as they host Iowa State. Sooners 79-7-2 all-time against the Cyclones coming into tonight. And here they come, led by the Schooner. They welcome the Cyclones to Norman. First quarter, Iowa State opens the game with the first possession, but Billy Bowman decides the Sooners are going to get the first score instead. Rocco Beck's pass intercepted, and then Bowman goes 44 yards to the house on the pick six. Touchdown Sooners less than a minute into the ball game. First play to open up the second quarter, Beck finds Jaden Higgins up the middle, and then Higgins nothing ahead of him but daylight. He takes that 67 yards. Cyclones within 4. Fast forward now, under 7 minutes to go in the half. Dillon Gabriel takes a quick look, doesn't like what he sees, takes it himself in for 6. And then with 10 seconds to go before the break, Gabriel finds Drake Stoops in the back of the end zone to increase their lead. Sooners, a lot of fun at the Cyclones' expense. They win it tonight, 50-20. Chris Williams joins us now live from Norman. Chris, this was just the kind of game the Sooners needed ahead of Texas next week, huh?
Oh, yes, Jonathan, especially on the offensive side of the ball. That unit was very average a week ago in Cincinnati. Well, they were explosive tonight, hanging 50 on Iowa State, the most points they've scored on the Cyclones in almost a decade. Good to see that group clicking again heading into the Red River game. Now, it was a little more balanced than it's been. 157 rush yards, still pass heavy, 366 through the air. They were able to hit some deep balls, able to get some chunk runs to move the chains. So it was a balanced attack offensively, which is good to see. Defensively, there's good news and bad news. The bad news, we saw this group get exposed for huge explosive plays for the first time this season. Both Iowa State touchdowns, 51 and 67 yards. Now, the good news is they adjusted. They shut the Cyclones out in the second half, got 2 takeaways. As you mentioned, one of those was a pick six. So in good shape with this Texas team. I mean, they are worth their salt this year. I know they're hyped up every year, but this year they seem to be doing everything right. Of course, you know Dean Blevins will have plenty to say about that game. We'll talk with him in about 30 minutes. That's when we'll visit with you again, Jonathan. But for now, live in Norman, I'm Chris Williams.